Hey everyone, imagine if you will, you're this guy over here. Yep, that's Johnny's dad passed out on the way back from his U10 baseball, soccer, ice hockey, badminton, bowling tournament from this past weekend. And let's say it was in a baseball match, a baseball game. And you know what he has? He struck out 4 times. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to go to Dick's when I first wake up and get back to the airport, and we're going to have to buy that brand new $500 baseball bat. Yep, that's more cash that's going out of the barrel, more cash going into the sports industrial abyss. So, listen, this is why it's important to you, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, grandmoms and grandpops, sons and daughters, athletes out there. For 52 years, I have been training athletes, high school athletes, college athletes, NFL athletes, all pro athletes, baseball athletes, track and field athletes. And you know what I'm seeing right now? The $50 billion a year sports industrial complex is really hurting us. 5 years ago, I wrote a book, became a bestseller, international bestseller. 5 years ago, college athletic scholarships. And back then, just a short 5 years ago, the industrial sports complex was a $20 billion a year industry. Now it's a $50 billion a year industry. So moms and dads, take this to heart. You're spending between ten and $12,000 a year on sports gear, sports private trainers, club ball, club outfits, travel, everything that goes along with it. And yes, the interest you're paying over those 4, the 5 to 6 coming years is going to be immense. So, for instance, you're spending $10,000 to $12,000 a year over 6 years. That could be as much as $72,000. And let's say you're trying for a baseball scholarship. Well, we know most of those baseball scholarships are what? Partial scholarships. So maybe they're getting 15 or $20,000, but you're spending $70,000 a year and you're in the whole $50,000. So guess what, mom and dad, you're going to be writing another check once you get to college, another 4 years. That's another $100,000. So that's got $120,000. So where's it going to end? Where does the barrel end up breaking? When do you completely fall over Niagara Falls and crash on the sidelines? Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to tell you, I've been doing this 52 years as a coach, all kinds of coaches, and helping kids out. And one of the things I see constantly every day is the amount of stress that the parents take on themselves, along with the financial stress they're taking on themselves, as well as their sons and daughters who literally, a lot of the times, quit the sport they love. So I'm asking you nicely, before you head to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy that brand new $500 baseball bat, because you know what, Mr. Smith, it ain't the bat. If Johnny keeps striking out, it ain't the bat. But what you got to do is you got to take both a physical and mental inventory of yourselves. The mental inventory, you really got to find out, is this really something that Johnny's going to be good at? Does he really want to do this? Or is it really more for you? Does Johnny really need to fly first class from one end of the country to the other end of the country when he's 9, 10 years old? Maybe he does. I don't know. Does Johnny really need to have the kind of, does he have to wear a $400 pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses? Not even wearing them. He just puts on top of his baseball cap? I don't know. You tell me. How about the physical inventory? I'll bet you right now, moms and dads, those of you who probably can get into your garage, if you can, there's probably all kinds of stuff in there. There's probably sports gear from 10, 12 years, baseballs, baseball bats, gloves, pitching stuff, catching stuff, hockey sticks, ice hockey mask, all kinds of lacrosse, footballs, baseballs, basketballs, all is sundry stuff. So maybe what you might want to do to help that financial burden the next time you take that wanting to take that trip is you gotta go and get those things and put them on Facebook Marketplace. Go maybe those items can be sold. You can maybe get $400 or $500 for them. Hey, that might pay for a plane trip. Or you know what? It might pay for Sleazy Sid's time to be the director. Because what happens is a lot of these guys are always telling you, you got to spend more money. We got to go to this tournament. We got to go to that tournament. And you know what these guys do? Sleazy Sids and those guys, these tournaments, you know what they do? They fill their own pockets because they make money off of that. Sometimes they're even looking for a job. So at your child's own expense. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, the $50 billion a year sports industrial complex for kids is getting insane. I've seen parents literally come to close to getting divorced because the amount of financial stress they've had. And look, I can tell you, I've done it. I did as a parent of an All-American football player and our daughter as well. Okay. We went through the travel things with them, but we had a budget. And I'm praying for you. If you don't have a budget, please send me a link below because you know what? I give a free information out around how to budget for all these crazy ass things. So moms and dads, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day back home and do me a favor. When you wake up, don't be that guy. Don't head over to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy that $500 bat. Maybe take an inventory of yourself and your son or daughter and the things they're doing, and maybe just for today, keep the money in your wallet. Hey, and by the way, you don't have to buy that 6 pump or 7 pump venti milk and stirred goat's milk either for $9 or $10. Just go buy a cup of decaf coffee. You might actually be better off. Once again, this is Coach Nolan. Have yourself a great day and take care. Bye bye.